Good day to you all, and what a day it is too. Welcome to what I hope is going to be a long line of video logs on the bike around here, the Lake District. It's a bit of a windy day today, but honestly after the last 3 months that's the least of our concerns. It's dry, it's sunny, it's beautiful, and I don't start work for another 4 hours, so let's get a quick look at what we can do here. So this is going to be Fell Riders Diaries. Fell Riders? Well, because I'm riding the fell, it's the mountains. That's what we've got up here. Hopefully I'll be able to take you around all of these lakes. I can't think of a good reason why not to. And today we're going to go to a place called Pawley Bridge. Pawley Bridge is right at the tip of Ullswater, and it's about 3 miles, about 5 kilometres from where I live. It's the nearest, it's the most convenient, it's one of the nicest, and we don't mind that one bit. So that's a quick background on me. I'm not native Lake District, I'm not from Cumbria, I'm from the cusp of East London and Essex. I moved up here a couple of years ago, and it's been a good choice. I like it. Managed to get myself situated in a job that I enjoy. It's nothing more complicated than being a delivery driver for one of the big supermarket stores, but it does give me the opportunity to drive around these roads all day long. And like I say, the last 3 months has been difficult, as you'd expect through winter, but then you get days like this and they feel like a privilege, to be perfectly honest. So we have a little look down at Pawley Bridge, and all that is, it's really a lot of these towns and villages you see scattered around the lakes. They're just starting points, they're just bases where people can situate themselves when they go off on their hikes or when they go on their holidays. What's particularly nice about working around a holiday destination is that everybody's so happy to be here, even more so when you turn up with their groceries. Even more so when they pick some of the most isolated and out of the way and remotest places that you can possibly imagine. They get their little slate cottage, they must walk through the door and say, "Oh darling, look, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's so quiet and peaceful. There's no one for miles and miles. Let's see if we can find some poor bugger who can deliver." And let's only rope us in. So yeah, it's a good job. I enjoy the driving. And I enjoy the views. But the roads, well, they're a new one on me. I worked in London for 17 years, in and out of London, on the motorbike, and you could not find two more different types of riding than there and here. In London, what's the score? Well, you're looking at maybe 20 miles in, half of that's going to be dual carriageway, along with everybody else, and the bikers, we used to go in like a pack of dogs. There'd be 5, 6, maybe 10 of us, doing highly stupid speeds in and out of traffic, until you saw a Gatso camera, and then the whole load of us would slam on the brakes and trickle through at 30 or 40 mile an hour like we just came out of light speed. Get past the Gatso camera, kick down a couple of gears and bang, you was off again. And then the last 10 miles would be filtering, basically. Filtering, nose to tail traffic, in and out of every gap that you can possibly imagine. And that was the riding experience in London. Up here, well, this is about as busy as it gets actually. So all this counter steering and cornering and slowing and fast out This is all new to me. And I've been off the bike for a while as well. Over 8 years. I don't know if that makes me a born again biker. Maybe, maybe not. I always kind of figured that born again bikers were, I don't know, guys in their teens or in their 20s, and they get into biking because it's exciting. And then other priorities come along, like a, I don't know, a job or a relationship or a family, and the bike goes until the kids are grown up. And then you get these 40-something guys getting back on motorbikes 20 years down the line with 50 less kilos and twice as much power. And I don't think that's me. I think I'm just a guy who hasn't been on a bike for a while. So here we go, coming into Pooley Bridge. Now what's this fella doing? Okay, he's pulling over. Pulling over on a single carriageway in the middle of nowhere basically means he doesn't know where he is. So a couple of things about this vlog. We'll try and keep them fairly short, 15 minutes maybe, tops. And we stick to speed limits, and we stick to them for a very good reason. One is because I'm not used to going fast, basically. And it scares the willies out of me. Time and place, but generally if you hear me go quiet, it's because I'm panicking inside. There we go, Pooley Bridge, Water. River Raymont, looking very nice. Other thing is probably that you don't get time to have a little look around when you're concentrating and going faster. Nothing wrong making progress, don't mind making progress, but sticking to the limits, that will do me. I'm more wizened now and a little cantankerous with it. I don't see the need to go faster than I have to. Plus the old bill round here, they recognise that Yorkshire, Northumberland, Cumbria, they're big biking counties, and generally at this time of the year, with all the fair weather bikers, they come out in the first few weeks. Well, there's a couple of accidents, sometimes fatalities, and we don't like to see that, so we're not going to be a statistic. We're going to take our time and make it easy on ourselves. Get back to basics. Right, give the signal there so he knows. And we're going to have a quick pull over here. And the reason being is because what we have here, oop, neutral, where are we? There we go. What we've got here is the Duke of Portland boathouse. Now, it's a very pretty place. And it's got a lovely location here right at the northern tip of Water. And it may shock you to learn that in high season this place is £400 a night. And I like good views as much as the next person. As you can see, you've got quite a blustery day today. This time last week it was like a mirror. I'm not kidding you, it's just like a mirror. But this is the Duke of Portland boathouse, 400 quid a night. There you go. It's a bargain, isn't it? 400 quid, fucking hell. I went round India for a month on 400 quid. All this here, all this driftwood, this is because about a month ago this lake was maybe a foot over this road that I'm walking on. Didn't have much snow, hardly any snow at all here, but my god, the flooding. Of course we never got it as bad as down on the Somerset Plains, but yeah, bad enough. Kept things interesting. So there you go, that's a quick look at Pooley Bridge. and the Duke of Portland's boathouse. You want to stay here for a while? Send me a check. I'll do it for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the 592 back up towards Penrith, and then we'll call it a day there, I think. Flood. Yeah, right. Was back in the middle of February. And mud on the roads. Of course, being this time of year, every farmer is turning these fields over. Tractor tyres get full of dirt gets on the road, rain goes onto the dirt turns to mud. And I don't know how sticky mud is, but it's not as sticky as shell grip, I know that. So we'll take our time and be careful. No good getting 49 bends out of 50 right, you've got to get them all right. And what would be nice to see is by, I don't know, say the end of summer, I can look back on these videos and see how I tiptoed around these roads at the start of the vlog, and perhaps got a little better by the end of it. That'd be nice. And these roads right here, this is the A592, this is one of 4 main arteries that runs through the Lake District, and there's no bypasses, there's no dual carriageways. You might get the occasional passing space, but not a lot, and everyone's got to use these roads. So from your ramblers to your dog walkers to your joggers to your cyclists, and then you've got motorcyclists like myself, to the car drivers towing caravans, to the caravanettes, tractors, coaches, articulated lorries, buses. They all use these roads to varying degrees of success, because you'll get some people up here who will just potter around this road here right now at 22-25 miles an hour, you know, in a mini. You know, they're not driving a bus, they're in a hatchback, and they'll feel exactly how I felt 2 years ago when I first moved up here, because I didn't know these roads either. I know them better now, but know them better in a car. On a bike it's a completely different thing. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed me waffling and telling you all how difficult my life is. And next time we're out, I don't know, maybe we'll go further down the 592 to Glenridding. That'll basically be the whole length of Ullswater. Or maybe we can pick up the road from Keswick into Grasmere. There's so many options. That's why I hope this can be a long running thing, and it gets me out on the bike as well. Gives me extra incentive to put on the gear and get out there. So have a good day everyone, and I hope to speak to you all soon.